My name is Mike with M2 Aviation Solutions, and I'm really excited today to be talking with you about an amazing innovation designed by us here at M2, the Strut Access Panel Kit. The purpose of the kit is to allow the technician to reseal the upper portion of the main landing gear strut without removing the strut from the aircraft, and is currently available for the Piper PA-28 140, 161, 180, and 181 aircraft. The remainder of this short video will provide an overview of the kit and walk you through the many benefits it has to offer. If you're not currently on our website, there's a link provided at the end of the video where you'll find additional information and resources, as well as a contact tab if you have any additional questions. It is important to understand that this video is not to be used for aircraft servicing or maintenance, and the Piper service manuals for your model aircraft should always be utilized when servicing or performing maintenance on the aircraft or main landing gear. Alright, let's assume that your strut is leaking air or hydraulic fluid from the upper portion. In addition to the leakage, there's another problem: access. Unlike the lower strut O-rings, which can be replaced while the strut is in the aircraft, the upper strut O-rings cannot be replaced without completely removing the strut from the aircraft. The current servicing access hole is simply not large enough. Many of us have had to remove and reseal our main struts due to a fluid or air leak found during an annual inspection, when the weather changes, or just because it's time and they're leaking. No matter when it's noticed, it's a costly discovery and may easily exceed $1,200 to remove, reseal, install, and service both main landing gear struts. So let's discuss the upper O-ring, its purpose, and exactly why the strut has to be removed to replace the O-ring. This is the upper portion of your main landing gear strut that we will be discussing today. The cylinder head, shown here, installed in the top of your strut, has two purposes. First, it is designed to be removable to access the strut metering valve. Second, it's where your servicing valve is located to inflate your strut to the proper pressure. And, because it's removable, it has to have an O-ring designed to withstand the pressures from inside the strut. When the O-ring is installed on the cylinder head, it looks like the one shown here. When this O-ring deteriorates or fails, the strut will lose air along with fluid and will no longer maintain the desired strut height, thus leaving you with a listing aircraft. You may also notice the presence of hydraulic fluid that has leaked past the cylinder head O-ring and is now running down the aft portion of your strut. In time, the fluid will gradually leak past the fairing onto the lower part of the strut and eventually onto your tire. Hydraulic fluid will turn sticky over time and can have an adverse effect on your tire, causing it to swell. Improper height of your strut, along with fluid seepage, are warning signs that could lead to a much larger problem. Insufficient shock absorption from lack of air and fluid may cause the gear not to properly absorb the impact of landing and could potentially lead to a hard landing or even a complete strut collapse. When the strut is installed in your aircraft, you'll see the servicing plug, or what's commonly referred to as a Wilkie button, that covers your servicing valve. This is located in the upper wing surface just behind the fuel tank. The view in the lower right shows the strut removed from the aircraft with the cylinder head and servicing valve installed. Now here's why we need to remove the strut. From these two side-by-side pictures, you can see that the servicing hole on the left is not large enough to accommodate the removal of the cylinder head. The servicing hole is only 1 1/4 inches in diameter, and the cylinder head is just under 2 3/4 inches in diameter. Unfortunately, there is no other access to the top of the strut, so the strut must come out. But we do have a solution. What our access panel kit does is enlarge the existing servicing hole from 1 1/4 inches to 2 3/4 inches, which allows the cylinder head to be easily removed while the strut is still installed in the aircraft. As you can see, the enlarged access hole allows for complete removal of the cylinder head for O-ring replacement while the strut is still installed in the aircraft. This enlarged access hole also provides increased access to the strut for easier servicing and inspections. This depicts where the metering valve is located inside your strut. In short, it restricts the hydraulic fluid, therefore controlling the fluid flow from the lower chamber to the upper chamber, which provides for strut dampening. Let's talk briefly about our access panel kit wing configurations. After you purchase the kit, you will have three options for installation: left wing only, right wing only, or both wings. We designed this to give you the option of only installing the kit on the wing that has a leaking strut. But depending on how long it's been since the last reseal, it may be better to install the kit on both wings at the same time. In summary, we've enlarged the strut servicing access holes from 1 1/4 inches in diameter to 2 3/4 inches in diameter to allow for cylinder head O-ring replacement without removing the strut from the aircraft. What I did not mention earlier is that the kit also comes with stainless steel cover plates that will not corrode or get lost. These cover plates completely cover the installation, and there's also a gasket underneath that has been designed to deter water and debris from finding their way into your wing. Along with these amazing benefits, there's also the added cost savings benefit of not having to repeatedly pay for removal and installation of the main landing gear for a simple reseal. Let's take one last look at what your aircraft currently looks like and what it could look like with the Access Panel Kit installed. The aircraft on the left shows your current configuration with the plug button and servicing valve. The aircraft in the center shows the enlarged access holes and the stainless steel cover plates covering the access hole. The aircraft on the right shows what the kit actually looks like on a wing when it's completely installed. We sincerely hope you'll find our product to be as beneficial and cost-effective as our other customers have. We also know your time is very valuable, and we truly appreciate the time you took to watch this video. If you're not currently viewing this video on our website, please click the link at the bottom of this slide where you'll find additional information and resources. The site should answer any additional questions you may have, and if not, please feel free to reach out to us under the Contact tab. Please take some additional time to review the installation video at the following link. This video walks you and/or your technician through the basics of installing the kit on your aircraft. And again, thank you for watching.